Merry meet. Annie here. The season of Samhain and space. The season of Samhain is about expansion. The experience of suspension can very well be a widening in all directions. When we're free of the need to be connected, when we unite with the element of water to be supported and yet separate from limitations, we become spiritual, energetic astronauts. For sure, they understand more about suspension and space than we do, and some have described their experience as a spiritual one. From Neil Armstrong, it suddenly struck me that that tiny pea, pretty and blue, was the Earth. I put up my thumb and shut one eye, and my thumb blotted out the planet Earth. I didn't feel like a giant. I felt very, very small. We can experience smallness within a season of space. It's a release of the need to be the largest thing in our personal universe. From Alexei Leonov, the Russian cosmonaut who was actually the first person who moved outside of a space vehicle. He said, "The Earth was small, light blue, and so touchingly alone. Our home that must be defended like a holy relic. The Earth was absolutely round. I believe I never knew what the word round meant until I saw Earth from space." That man was quite the poet. We can experience a shift in perspective which permits us to observe from outside of ourselves in the season of space, to see ourselves as something worthy of being cherished, and most importantly, worthy of our own cherishing. And this from Sally Ride. I may not have her exact words here. I could be paraphrasing. The stars didn't look larger, but they looked brighter. Sometimes, and often in the season of space, we need to move away from the glaring lights in our life, to move to its outer periphery, to see what has been there all along more clearly. And one last quote from Buzz Aldrin. "Mystery creates wonder, and wonder is the basis of man's desire to understand." In the season of space, space is a mystery, the mystery. It's the last frontier. There's another quote in there, isn't there? One from Star Trek about daring to go, which is totally appropriate because to dare is the axiom for the season of water. Space takes us outside of ourselves and all that we know. The season of space challenges us to release connection to the known and the predictable and dare to be astronauts of the soul. When I was looking for quotes for this vlog, you know how much I have a tendency towards quotes. I always love to discover that, well, all my aha moments have already been discovered, so far at least, by someone else. I love other people's words. I really do. When I was looking for quotes for this vlog, I had a couple of them. Sally's and Neil's, especially, were in my past notes. Something kept coming up that fascinated me when I compared different things astronauts had said. It was from several astronauts, both American and Russian. Their assumption was that when they took their flight to the moon for the first time, it would be, well, all about the moon and discovering the nature of the moon. It was their goal. But several shared the sentiment that it ended up being about standing on the moon and looking back at Earth. That was their moment, their aha. It wasn't about the moon as they had expected. It was about looking back at the Earth. In this season of space, I was then led to consider about the vastness, which is our own possibility. And it is as well how that vastness embraces us as it is who we are within it. Something about us looking out into space and then space looking back at us. It becomes very powerful when we think of ourselves looking towards mystery, the unknown, and mystery looking back and seeing us. I wish you all mirth and reverence in the season of Samhain. Mary Part.